Everybody, MRC Kid here, and I am doing my first reaction video. I do for fun, really, and I'm going to watch gratings of on the right foot. Greetings on the right foot. Railroad safety film. Yeah, it's an old one, 1972. So let's watch it. You maybe hear me eating. I'm actually eating pasta. So yeah. So let's get into it.
Getting ahead in any game is largely a matter of getting off to a good start. Staying happy, sometimes staying healthy in any game, often depends on getting off on the right foot.
Oh.
And taking care to get off on the right foot, so to speak, is really one of the first things you learn about staying healthy around a railroad.
You can't really see properly. This is made by the Union Pacific Railroad. I mean, I see a lot of Union Pacific engines. Looks like an MP-15, that engine. DC, MP-15 DC. Could be wrong.
Take it from an old head who's been battered, bumped, and bruised just because he was a little bit careless. A little bit careless. That's like being a little bit pregnant. Come on. I'll give you some tips on stuff.
Okay. Pregnant. What? Okay. Does this guy have kids? Because I mean, like, what? All right. I'm gonna keep on going.
Playing in this game.
Oh man, like you just can't like get. I mean, are you crazy? Like you just jump onto the boxcar like that. I wouldn't have done that. I think this guy knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for like 20, 30 years. So yeah, let's keep on going.
Like I said, getting off on the right foot is of first importance on this job, and is a good starting point for my empty-headed friend here and me to show you, on the one hand, how to play safe, and on the other, how you can get hurt around engines and cars. The right foot to get off with is the trailing foot, the one opposite the direction you're going. Of course, you're looking ahead. Put that foot near the ground so you step, not jump off. Make it easy on your feet. Let go with your leading hand so you swing away from the car, facing the direction of travel.
Okay, I think this is not for people watching like me. I think this is actually for like people who are going to get the job in the West or South America, made by Union Pacific. And yeah, this is not. I don't think this is supposed to be public. I think this is supposed to be a tutorial video for people who gain the job.
And your other foot then comes out of the stirrup. When the second foot touches, let go the other hand. Same thing goes for leaving engine or caboose steps.
Yeah, that looks just like an MP-15 DC.
Now see what can happen if you're looking where you've been. Step off with the lead foot and let go with the trailing hand. Slip up on any one of these points
Okay.
and you may fall. Better remember that, because we can't pad the 4,800 miles of yard and side tracks on this railroad. one right way to get on, too. Watch the outside ladder you're going to get on. Grab the rung with both hands.
Okay, I didn't know that, so he knows what he's doing, okay.
If the car's moving left to right, jab your left foot into the left corner of the stirrup and you're all aboard. If the movement is right to left, put the right foot.
You know, I think I'm gonna be a train driver when I'm older, so I think this video, I should remember this for another, what, like 15 years or something? Like, I hope this is in my head for like 15 years.
Into the right corner. And as the filly said to the jockey as she backed into the starting gate, there's a wrong way, too.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I had to skip this. Don't know this way.
Here's going too far with the correct but unsure foot.
Alright, okay.
When you put the proper foot in the wrong corner of the stirrup, it's not only inconvenient, but neither the time nor the place to invent a new dance step. Not only is there unavoidable junk around a yard, but there are some necessary obstacles like switch stands to watch for when you're getting off.
Yeah, that's
Always
true.
ride past these obstacles rather than dodging them. That goes for getting on, too. Move beyond the switch stand before you board. Now, some switch stands have to be closer to a track than others. Watch for these not only when getting on or off, but also when you're riding. Rap like that can really sting. All right, now you're on the car. How do you stay there until you're ready to get off? Nothing to it, you say. Just grab a hold, and you have an unscheduled stop.
Damn. Don't learn the rails. I mean, I don't feel like showing you what it looks like when you learn all the rails.
A car, ride the side with both hands and both feet. Same with an engine. One hand free only to give signs. One foot free only when you're ready to get off. You ride not only with both hands and both feet, but with both eyes. This is using your eyes, but not your head. And you're heading for trouble. That sign also means get off. No good reason to ride a footboard since you can do a job like pulling the pin more safely from the step. You can also get hurt around cars that are standing.
Yeah, that's true.
The air hose coupler is sometimes called a glad hand. That's a good one because it can really whack you if you're careless. There's a knack to coupling air hoses that's not only the easiest way, but the safest. Most important, you stand so that you can get out fast if the cars should move. Just like that. This time's false alarm could be next time's real thing. It's like defensive driving, doing one thing and being ready for something else. Keep your ears open for slack running in or out that'll tell you something's about to move. This time, it may be your cut. Just
okay.
Good work. But don't jump so far out of the frying pan that you leap into the possible fire of something moving down that next track. Now, left hand grabs the nearest hose. Pulls it to you and kinks it. Right hand then takes this hose, and the left hand takes the other hose and raises it to where glad hands are at a right angle. Bring them together and snap them. When you hear the snap, you know they're coupled. A glad hand can be a bad hand if you don't hold a hose when you open the angle cock. Only a dummy would forget this. An angle.
Oh, what's this?
You know this means stop.
Hmm.
You know this means proceed.
Yeah.
And as of now, you know that this means don't move this car, this cut, or this engine when you see it on a car, a cut of cars, or an engine.
Safety first.
It's called a blue flag. And in daylight, that's just what it is. And that's why blue flagged equipment must never, but never be moved or even touched or ever hidden from view by other equipment. Blue flags are put up by carmen and may only be removed by them. If you pull off a blue flag, you're juggling somebody else's life in your hands. And you've also got your walking papers. Now, this bag is built to take all the right jabs and left, just as you always board a moving car on the side when you're going to ride it. You also do it when you've got to climb for a brake. Go as high as you can on the safe outside before you step around to the brake on the end of the car.
I never knew that was the brake.
Same thing on the way down. Down the outside to the level of the end platform if you're going to cross over. Now, most of you fellas are young and rugged. All of you have two of most everything. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 arms, and so on. But only 1 back and 1 neck. Be extra careful not to risk things you've only got 1 of. A simple operation like setting handbrakes should be done with care. Always. Doing this the lazy way from the ground is really the hardest and a real strain. Get where your 2 legs can help your 1 back. From here, you can do it with 1 hand and have 1 left for hanging on, just in case some guy jerks the car.
Jerks the car.
On this type of car, they've given you a safe perch off the ground in case of sudden movement.
Ooh, what's going on?
Railroad cars are just movable boxes, tanks, or platforms.
Yeah.
Movable is the magic word. A car often moves without warning. On some tracks, it'll move by itself. Some yards and a lot of sidings are on a grade. Sometimes they'll fool you, they look so level. The best way to ensure a cut doesn't start downgrade by itself or by some careless crew kicking a car against it is to set enough brakes at the lower end to prevent a rollout and disaster. This is a very important thing. So it's been a tough morning and the go eat sign is hard to resist.
Your friend?
Now, what the hell, 1 ought to hold 'em and my gut's growling anyway. First things first, I always say, remember the important things. One of them is to never turn your back on a potentially hazardous situation. Like this. Gravity with the horse
Oh, no. Oh, no.
power of all the earth is now the engine.
Dang.
How often have you been a little late discovering a mistake?
I'll post it for me.
Brake might have held it. The roller
That just is awful.
Yeah. Some things are more important than others. That untamed appetite.
Damn, that doesn't look proper. That might be a million, nah, like something $1,000 to fix.
Appetite cost $3,000 just to pick them up and
Oh, $3,000 to put them back
fix them up.
and fix them.
And what's
Okay.
inside? Machinery in this case, busted up just when some guy's jobs depended on it. Some railroad customer's gonna be pretty mad pretty quick. At least no hogs got cut up before their time. This one's empty. But this runaway cut could have hit a car with a man on it. Or an engine with a crew in the cab. Or it could have been a set out on the branch that got away and hit something. Maybe a kid.
Oh, kid?
Because
No
somebody
way.
only did half a job.
Yeah.
When you're on a car, put your feet where they'll brace you for a sudden start or stop.
Oh. Okay.
Don't stand or ride where you can get taken by a sneaky, nasty surprise.
Well, you just let your friend die? Like like you just let him fall off like that. Like that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool. You ain't a good friend. You should save that little guy. Oh.
Now, here's a situation for you. These long drawbar cars are too far apart to jump safely. But some of
Yeah.
those still with roof walks or with high brakes still have ladders. And you can climb down one and back up the other. But that other car there is nicely spotted for a lazy man's detour by making a couple of 3-foot hops.
Ooh.
Remember about cars moving without warning?
Now you can't get back on there.
No, can't win them all. Just have to climb down.
No letters.
Okay, we'll ask the general yardmaster to send the safety representative with an engine and a car with ladders. Pick up a good rule book explanation for jumping from one track to another. But funny. Not so funny, though, if that cut had moved about a half-second later.
Oh.
Now, here's something real foolhardy. It takes only a little more effort and a little more company time to use the catwalk on this kind of car.
Oh.
It hurt
Oh.
if you've got a wooden leg. Although most accidents involve moving equipment, a man can be far away from a car or an engine and get himself banged up. Just walking around, for instance. Every rail is a hazard to a careless man. One way to tell a guy who hasn't been around very long is to see how he crosses a track. The old head, the careful man, always steps over the rail, never on it. The danger of tripping isn't nearly as high as the danger of slipping.
Ooh. Sorry about pausing, okay? Yeah, let's get back to it.
Here's a harmless-looking piece of machinery that must be used sensibly.
Switch?
Be careful how you grab a flop-over switch. The same thing
Oh, your hands locked up.
to your foot. Remember, that chunk of iron is heavy. Some feet out from under it.
Ah.
Let's move from plain English to sign language. Now, what does she mean? She waving to me? Oh, I thought she wanted me for something. Or something, but at this distance. Railroad hand and lantern signals have to be readable to the engine crews and your fellow switchmen.
Okay.
The bigger the sign, the easier it is to read. There's no room for fine print in railroad sign language. One aid in poor visibility daylight is the bright cover you're given for your timetables and special rules.
Oh.
This sign is important.
Hmm.
Stop. The arm is swung at right angles to the track. The hand makes the lower half of a circle. Sign even more important. That is the washout. This is a vigorous stop sign, or stop right now. It's an emergency signal. It is only given when a quick stop is necessary.
Stupid. Yeah, now he can go.
Any questions? In daylight.
Yes, I do have a question. What's my question? Yeah. Why did you let that guy go past? The one before the yellow car. Yeah.
Signs are directed to the engineer and tell him which way you want the engine to move relative to you.
What?
That is, to come to you or go away from you.
Okay, I'm not really paying attention to a lot of this stuff.
Notice pointed, this signal means come to me.
Okay, well, what? Okay, is that MP15 DC? I'm gonna type that up. I wanna see what it. I'm gonna type it in here. MP. I know. Alright, this is what MP15 DC. Yeah, it looks the same. Let's see a UP looking MP15 DC. Alright, the back. Yeah, that looks like it. That looks just like it. So I think this is an MP15 DC. Let's keep on going.
Coming in a little too fast? Give him the easy sign, like rocking the baby. Send the engine away from you by using one or both arms this way. At night, or even on a murky day, this night sign with a lantern says stop.
Okay.
These don't say come or go, but forward or back up. You must know which way your engine is pointed. Don't forget the washout, but remember it's only for emergency.
Okay.
Stop is the same as in daylight, a low swung arc. Now one more word about night signs. Always hold your lantern so the man getting the sign can see the light. It's been a long day of learning. I hope you've picked up a few tips and are off on the right foot. But I've got my doubts about our poor old tired dummy.
Alright, that's this old head. Alright, Glenn Roper as the old head. Wait, why are you calling him the old head? Like you could have just called him the old guy. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I am getting a lot of subscribers this month, and yeah, so leave a comment on how you thought of this video. I'll leave a link to the original video where I watched it from. So yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye. Oh no, that's wrong. Goodbye.